He speaks geek.
Welcome back to the channel. Did you ask for more? No. Are you getting more? Yes. These are just some of the answers I have for you today. You're probably wondering, why am I wearing a hat? I'm indoors. Well, the problem is when you get bald, this is what you can do. You can mess around with beards and moustaches. Unfortunately, I'm very fair-haired, so some of it looks like it's missing, especially if there's a bit of light on the side. Create constant shadow, but thankfully, when you have multiple chins, it is nice because it adds shadow and depth to the entire face. And sometimes if you're too near other people's faces as well. So I'll take the hat off. Fine, you win. But I thought the patterns reminded me a little of something. That's a really vague connection to what we're going to talk about today. So as we go on, my normal clearing stuff out, and let's have a quick review of it before I have to package it and send it off on eBay. We go at Anakins Jedi Starfighter, but from the Clone Wars series. That one doing Thunderbirds, I guess, because it's a T. Here it is. And you're probably thinking, I've not seen that anywhere. What are you talking about? That wasn't in the films. It wasn't in the films. It was in the Clone Wars series, but I've watched Clone Wars, not that Clone Wars series. No, the original Clone Wars series, which ran from 2003 to 2005, which ranged between 3 to 7 minutes an episode on Cartoon Network. This was exciting when I first watched it as a kid, the series, because it was our first introduction to some of the characters, including General Grievous, whose autograph, the voice of General Grievous, I have his autograph on a 12-inch vinyl of the Empire Strikes Back soundtrack, as well as the guy who played Yak Face and the guy who played Plo Koon. So that's normal. I have that. I mean, I like unique collectibles, so and I met them in person and got that. I thought that everyone else had posters, and I thought that's what I'm going to get them to sign. I will show you one day when I can get to it, because as you can see, everything's so organised, and I can get to everything whenever I want. It's a dream. Anyway, let's talk about the vehicle. So it's a Delta 7 Jedi Starfighter that's been heavily converted. Different angles, and yeah, again, the sight's good on this one as well. Yeah, what can you say about it? It's unusual. We're used to the kind of pizza wedge, I always used to think of it, and I always thought it'd be a really cool display to get all of the different Delta 7 colours and have them all in like a bit of a fan type shape. Make a great display. This one wouldn't fit in because of the customization elements to it, but here we go. It is an unusual but awesome ship. It's clearly inspired by Anakin's pod racer from episode 1. If I put a quick freeze here and you can see the image, and then we're back, you can see the design inspiration, especially up here with the way it's designed just like his pod cockpit. That was a bit of a mouthful to say. Blah, blah, blah. There is an actual name for this particular vehicle, and that is the Azure Angel, which I wasn't aware of until I looked it up 10 seconds before this video, and I thought I knew a lot about Star Wars. I know too much about Star Wars. But this is, say, a classy vehicle in the sense that it's very Anakin, make the main character's vehicle different from everyone else's, works well. It featured in a lot of those animated episodes I mentioned. The astromech droid is non-removable, but they were on this model. There should be a missile here, which I don't have, and when you turn that, it would fire, which is cool. There's also a big shark fin type bit here that I don't have as well. So, which the person who bought this knows this, because I said sold as seen. So if they contested, I will refer them back to this video and be like, oi, look, I said sold as seen. Said it on camera, so it's true. What can it do other than that? The wings out here can come out like this, which I think is pretty groovy. This does that. I don't know why. In all honesty, I really don't know why. It doesn't seem to trigger anything. I mean, I pull it and I push it and nothing happens. It can just go up and down like that. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm sure there's meant to be some reason for it. I just haven't been bothered enough to look it up. So there is that. This bit comes off. I don't think it's meant to, but it kind of looks cool. It is. I'm not sure if it's meant to represent like some kind of other missile, or if it's just a very loose bit of production material. But either way, it kind of adds a weirdly good little feature to it, because I actually think it looks kind of cool like that. But ain't going to be my problem. That's the new owners. They can work out what they want to do, but can't get back in there. The guns on this bit are actually removable, but then you're just left with these kind of peg marks. So if you really didn't like having all the guns permanently on show, you could take them off. You know, whatever's your poison, guns or no guns. America. You also have these extra wings on the bottom, which can come to like this. So this gives it more of almost like an X-wing feel. I guess if you wanted to have like a bit of more of a battle mode. I'll pull the wing off. It's all right. It's back on. It's back on, purchaser. Don't worry. Woo! That would have been awkward. Sorry, guy. I know I've taken your money, but I can't send it to you because I broke it on a video that I made for YouTube. But yeah, here it is. So it has, say, these wings that go like this and like that. Marvellous. There is room for one action figure. I'm guessing it's meant to be Anakin. The stickers are a bit all over the place in there. Not my doing. But I don't have that figure, so I'm not going to show you what it looks like with a minute. So what do I think overall? I think it's a really cool idea to have a Starfighter that makes it different for Anakin. I like the fact they made a very short wave of figures from the Clone Wars animated cartoon, but in a realistic fashion. This being one of the vehicles from that line. I don't like they haven't fully painted the astromech. That kind of annoys me. If you're going to put all these details on, why not just put the eye on? Because otherwise it just looks odd that it's just all silver. It's a small thing like that, but they're the little things that bug me. And if I was keeping it, I would probably get a Sharpie out and just draw a little eye on. But it is a nice vehicle. It doesn't really fit in with my collection. Oh, it's got a landing leg there as well. Sorry, that's one thing I missed out. Forgive me. So, it's pretty looking. It would look good on someone's shelf. I don't even have enough Clone Wars stuff really to justify it being in some kind of Clone Wars display. It is unusual. I don't see many of them for sale, but I don't see them sell for much. So it's a bit of an interesting one in that respect. I'd recommend it if you're a big Clone Wars fan, or if you really like vehicles that are a bit different. However, if you're just up for like standard things that are in the films or make big appearances, I would probably leave this one. But it's completely collector's preference. And don't ever let anyone tell you how to collect or what to collect, because collection, it's a personal thing. You can do with what you want, you paid for it, and you can buy what you want with your money. Don't let anyone else dictate what you can and can't collect. So it's not for me. I got it in a big lot years ago, and so now it's going to go to a home where someone's going to absolutely love it, and they're going to put it on their shelf, and they're going to play with it, and they're going to be like, pew, 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 because that's, we all know that Starfighters make those noises in space where no sound can be heard. But that'd be so boring if you just heard nothing. Can you imagine Star Wars with no space noises? Like if an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter goes in, it's just like, how boring was that? There you go, good example. So anyway, that's my video for today, you guys. So like, share, subscribe. Here's a couple of quick images of what it looks like in the cartoon. And here's a quick one where it looks like when it's in full complete condition. And tune in next time, because I think what I'm going to do next, I think it's going to be a Transformer. I think it's going to be a big one. I think it's going to be Scorponok. Earthrise Scorponok, the one that's like 2 and a bit feet tall. Again, it's really cool. I don't have space for it, so I'm selling it. So, tune in next time. We'll explore this wonderful world of Transformers together, because it is Ryan Speaks Geek, not Ryan Speaks Star Wars. But it's a lot of Star Wars. I have a lot of Star Wars. So much Star Wars. Which is good, because I'm starting to look like the Death Star on top, so keep it relevant. I can't transform now. So stay classy, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.